Okay, there's Mr. Elmhorst. We're going to go over the QSE review for rational numbers. So, rational numbers, pretty much just talking about fractions, decimals, and percents. So, that's going to be our rational numbers. So, the first thing is going to be multiplying fractions, and you just multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, go straight across. So, 1 times 3 is 3, 6 times 5 is 30. And then you need to check and see, can you simplify your answers? So we see a 3 and a 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, and then 3 times 10 is 30. So take out the common factor of 3 and 3, and you're left with 1/10 would be our simplified answer. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 7 times 3 is 21. Take out that factor of 3 again. So you got 3 times 2 is 6, and then 3 times 7 is 21. Simplifying, just taking that common factor out, 2/7. Uh, the third problem here, you need to put 20 over 1 to make it into a fraction. And then 3 times 20 is 60. And then 5 times 1 is 5. So 60 over 5. So division, the division sign is actually also our fraction sign. So we have 60 over 5. So 60 is being divided by 5. 5 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 6. Then you subtract to get your remainder, bring the 0 down. Then 5 goes into 10 two times. So that would be simplified to 12. So 1 times 14 is 14, and 4 times 1 is 4. So we have 14 divided by 4, and 4 goes into 1 0 times. 4 goes into 14. So 4, 8, 12. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Your remainder of 2, the 2 goes over 4, and that simplifies to 3 and 1/2. So last one, we have 7 times 10, which is 70, and then put that over 1, and then 10 times 1, which is 10. 70 divided by 10 would simplify to 7. So now dividing fractions is very similar to multiplying, but we're going to use the strategy multiply by the reciprocal. And the strategy is keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction the same. We're going to change this to multiplication, and then we're going to flip this fraction over. And now we can write it as we can complete it as a multiplication problem. So 4 times 3 is 12, and then 3 times 5 is 15. So we got 3 times 4 is 12, and then 3 times 5 is 15. Take out the factor of 1, and you're left with 4/5. Keep it. So we got 3/10. Change to multiplication, and then flip the second fraction over. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 10 times 4 is 40. So looks like 5 times 3. 5 times 3 equals 15, and then 5 times 8 equals 40. Take out the factor of 5, and you are left with 3/8. Keep it. So we got 9/10. Change it to multiplication, and then flip 5 over 2. keep, change, flip. So 1/2 multiplied by 5 over 2. So 9 times 5 is 45. 10 times 2 is 20. So we're going to have 45 divided by 45 divided by 20. 20 does not divide into 4. 20 divides into 45 two times. 2 times 20 is 40. When we subtract 45 minus 40 is going to give you 5. And then you can simplify this even further. So that's going to be 1 over 4. So this would be 20. No, it would be 2. 2 is a whole number, and then 1/4 simplified. 2 and 1/4. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. And we subtract, so there's a remainder of 1 over 4. 1 is a whole number, and then 1 is a remainder of 1 over 4. Find the reciprocal of each fraction. The 5 goes up, and the 2 goes down. That's the reciprocal. So 9 over 1 and 3 over 10. That is the reciprocal. So down below we have a multiplication problem, 2.75 times 0.5. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. And then 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 1.3 something, but 3.75, but it doesn't quite fit. So we're going to take this. 5 tells you to round up. So I'm going to go to the next digit up, and then take that off. So 1.375, 1.375, you're going to round that to 1.38. So here we have first number goes in long division, and then the second number goes outside. So we have 0.48 divided by 0.5. You're going to move your decimal to make a whole number. So 5 goes in here 0 times, 5 goes in here 0 times, and 5 goes into 48. So it's going to be 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Bring another 0 in there. And we continue dividing. 5 goes into 30 6 times. We got 0.96. That's our answer. Okay, how many 0.2 liter glasses of water can go into 3.6? So you could do the 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 until you get here, or divide. So we got 3.6 divided by 0.2. 1, 1, move it over to the right, and 2 goes into 2 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 2 is 2, and then 2 goes into 16 8 times. The decimal place value, So we're not going to put it here. Does not go there. So 18 decimal 00. So this goes, there's going to be 18 glasses. So Kenya rode her bike 1.5 miles. Horacio rode his bike 0.8 times as far. So you got 4.5, and then it says times. You got 0.8 times means multiply. So 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 4 is 36. So you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 decimal 6 0. Line your decimals up.